In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful. Dear students of class 6, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome you in Pakistan International School Taif's virtual learning system. How are you, dear students? Hope so you are fine, doing well and hard with your studies. Dear students, this is English lecture number 32 for grade 6. And today we are going to start lesson number 20, the jackal and the partridge. Dear students, I wanted to recall your memory that the last lecture 31, we have completed the novel Around the World in 80 Days, chapter 11. And in the lecture number 30, we completed the Brighter Grammar Books, chapter 10, sentence types, exclamation. And in lecture number 29, we completed the chapter number 19 of the guided English book, Ants and Their Ways are Ant Families. So this is today, we have lesson number 20 of a guided book, or in other words, you can say English A. And the chapter number 20 and the topic of the chapter number 20 is the jackal and the partridge. A story from Pakistan, and kindly open your page number 104, 104, and it will continue to 109. 104, here's your teacher, Sarfraz Nadeem. Dear students, today's lesson is about a story. Actually, it's a very famous story of, and it is very famous in Pakistan, the jackal and the partridge. So definitely you will enjoy a lot during the lecture. Let's start the story. Here, this is in the picture, you can say the jackal and the partridge. You can see the picture in both. Dear students, here you can see the lesson 20, the jackal and the partridge, a story from Pakistan. In this picture, you can see the jackal as well as the partridge. So this is a story of both of them. What is the story? What they are going to tell us about? What will be the theme and central idea of the story? This will be able to know after the complete reading of the story. Here, dear students, this is page number 104, 104, and lesson 20, the jackal and the partridge, a story from Pakistan. Once there was a jackal whose great friend was a partridge. They became such great friends that they said they would be friends forever. Now, the jackal was a very jealous creature. Who? The jackal. Jackal was a very jealous creature. One day he said to the partridge, "You don't do half as much for me as I do for you. Although you talk a great deal about your friendship, for me, a good friend out to make me laugh or cry or get me a good meal or even save my life. You couldn't do all that." Now, dear students, in this paragraph, the jackal is written that the very jealous creature, one day he said to the partridge that you don't do half as much for me as I do for you. Means I did huge for you, but you didn't do a half for me. And you always talking for about the great friendship that you are a great friend of mine, but you never did anything. And good friend always make me laugh, cry, or get me a good meal, or even save my life. But you never do that. You never laugh me. You never cry me, or never you make a good deal of meal, or you never save my life. So, oh, couldn't I? Said the partridge. So partridge says, I never did like this. Okay, follow me. I'll do this now for you. And if what you see doesn't make you laugh, you may eat me. Means he did whatever Partridge said to the jackal, that what now I am going to make you laugh, and I will do same. But if I can't, you can eat me. The partridge flew on until she saw two travelers walking along, one behind the other. They were both tired and their feet were sore. The first carried a bundle on a stick over his shoulder, and the second carried his shoes in his hands. Then the partridge settled on the end of the first man's stick. She was as light as a feather, and the man felt nothing. The second man, seeing the bird sitting just in front of his nose, said to himself, I can easily kill this bird and we can eat it for supper. He threw his shoes at the partridge, but the partridge flew away and the shoes knocked off the first traveler's turban. Now, dear students, when partridge started to make love to the jackal, so once two people were going, one after another, and one had a kind of bundle of sticks on his shoulder. So the partridge just sat over on the stick, but he was very light in weight. So the person who was carrying the sticks, bundle of sticks, he didn't find that some kind of bird is sitting over on it. But the other person who was coming back, he saw and he tried to kill that bird and to eat that bird in the supper. And when he threw kind of shoes at the partridge, but partridge flew away and the shoes knocked off the first traveler's turban. What are you doing? He cried angrily. Who cried? Means whose turban just flew away, knocked off like. Why did you throw your shoes at my head? Don't be angry, said the other. I didn't throw them at you. I threw them at a partridge that was sitting on your stick. He said, I didn't threw the shoes at your head, but I threw it at the partridge which was sitting on your stick. On my stick? Do you think I am a fool? Shouted the first man angrily. Now, first man said, how it is possible that a partridge was sitting on my stick? Are you nonsense or you are making me fool? Don't tell such impossible stories. First you knock off my turban and now you lie like a coward. I'll teach you some manners. And he rushed at him and beat him. Now, dear students, means Partridge tried to fight between these two, and they were just fighting with each other. And now this was whole done by the Partridge to make the laugh to the Jackal, because Jackal told him that a good friend always do this. They fought until they couldn't see out of their eyes. Their noses were bleeding and their clothes were torn. The jackal laughed so much that he nearly died. Now, dear students, the both people were fighting with each other. A severe kind of fighting was there. Noses were bleeding of them and their clothes were torn. And on this, the jackal was very happy. He laughed a lot, as much he was just nearly died. Well, are you satisfied? Asked the partridge. You have certainly made me laugh, said the jackal, but I doubt if you could make me cry. It is easy enough to make people laugh, but it is more difficult to make them cry. No, when the partridge asked from the jackal that now you are happy, you are satisfied, I made you to laugh. The jackal said it's very easy to make laugh, but it is very difficult to make cry someone. So now it's turn to cry me. We shall see, said the partridge. There is a huntsman with his dogs coming along the road. You creep into the hollow tree and watch me. If I don't make you cry, real tears, by the time I have finished, you must have no feeling in you. The jackal did as he was told, and from the hollow tree he watched the partridge, who began flying above the bushes until the dog saw him. Then he flew off to the hollow tree where his friend was hiding. Of course, the dogs smelled the jackal at once, and they made such a noise that the huntsman came up and dragged the jackal out by the tail. Then the dogs attacked him and tore him. When they left him, they thought he was dead. Now, dear students, when the jackal told him that now you have to make me cry, definitely Partridge just set a kind of plan in his mind, and he was told at the hollow tree. He watched the partridge who began flying about the bushes until the dog saw him. Then he flew off to the hollow tree where his friend was sitting, hiding. Who was hiding? The jackal. So, of course, the dogs smelled the jackal at once, and they made such a noise that the huntsman came up and dragged the jackal out by the tail, and the dogs attacked him and tore him. When they left him, they thought he was dead, but the jackal was only pretending to be dead. Soon he opened his eyes and saw the partridge sitting on the branch above him. Did you cry? Asked the bird. Did I make you cry? Be quiet, said the poor jackal. I am half dead with fear. He lay there licking his wounds. After a little time, he became angry. Now, dear students, when the partridge asked from the jackal that did you cry? Did I make you cry? The jackal becomes angry because he was about to die, and the dogs were just making him to attacking him, and also person was huntsman was also there. So he say, why you are just making joke, you are just about to make me die. Now you must prove your friendship, he said to the partridge. If you get me a good dinner, I will admit that you are a true friend. Now the third was that you will definitely bring a food for me, or you will just give me kind of dinner. Very well, said the partridge. Watch me and help yourself when the time comes. At the moment, some women came along bringing dinner to their husbands in the field. The partridge began flying from branch to branch with little sorrowful cries, pretending to be heard. So they went after the partridge, who played 1,000 tricks on them. At last, they put down their bundles so that they could run better. The jackal seized his opportunity, crept up, and stole a good dinner from the bundles the women had left behind. Now, dear students, when jackal told said to the partridge that you are supposed to bring a dinner for me, he just saw that a few women were going and they have a kind of dinner for their husbands. He just pretend that he is hurt, or he is kind of wound, or he is not feeling well, begin flying from branch to branch, little sorrowful cries. And woman wounded bird, they thought that a bird is wounded bird is over there, and they just got easily help, and they put their dinners and on the earth, and they ran to help the partridge. And then what the partridge, he just took the dinner for the jackal. Now are you satisfied? Asked the partridge. I admit you have given me a good dinner, you made me laugh, and I have to admit it, you made me cry, but the greatest test of friendship remains. You couldn't save my life, said the jackal. Now, dear students, the jackal told that it's I admit that you make me given me you have given me a good dinner, you made me laugh and cry as well. But one thing which is very important, that you didn't save my life. You couldn't save my life. Perhaps you are right, said the partridge sadly. I am so small and weak, but it is getting late. We had better go home. It is a long way to the bridge. Let us cross the river here. My friend, the crocodile will carry us across. Now, dear students, the partridge becomes sad and he says, yes, of course, you're right. I couldn't save your life. I'm so small and weak. But now let's move to the home. It's better to go home. It's quite late we are. And there is my friend crocodile. He will just carry us to cross the river or what kind of water. So they went down to the river bank and the crocodile kindly agreed to carry them across. They sat on his broad back and off he went. Now, dear students, both were crossing the river or what river bank, and they were just set over on crocodile's back, and crocodile agreed that he will cross them the river. When they reached the middle of the river, the partridge whispered, I believe the crocodile means to play a trick on us. How difficult it will be for you if he drops you into the stream. Now, here, dear students, when they reached at the middle of the river, the partridge whispered, and I believe the crocodile means to play a trick on us. How difficult it will be for you if he drops you into the stream. The jackal turned pale but remarked, it would be difficult for you too. Oh no, said the partridge, I can fly, but you can't. Now, here, dear students, the partridge whispered to the jackal that what will be it will be difficult for you if he drops who the crocodile into the stream. The jackal turned pale and but remarked, "No, it would be difficult for you as well." The party said, "No, it's not difficult for me. I can fly, but you can't fly, and you will definitely be difficult for you." The jackal trembled with fear, and when the crocodile suddenly said, "I feel hungry. I want a good meal," the jackal could only hold on, very afraid and trembling. Now, dear students, and the crocodile also said that now I am hungry, I am feeling hungry, and I want a good meal. The jackal could only hold on, very afraid and trembling, means it was a fearful. Jackal trembled with fear. Oh, said the partridge, don't try tricks on us. I shall fly away, but my good friend, the jackal, is always careful. He leaves his life at home, locked in the cupboard, when he goes on dangerous journeys. Now, dear students, party said, don't try tricks on us. I shall fly away, but my good friend, the jackal, is always careful. He leaves his life at home, locked into the cupboard when he goes on dangerous journeys. So he said to the crocodile, that don't make a tricks on us. I can fly, and my friend has a life at home. Whenever he tried to go on the dangerous journeys, he put his life at home. Is that true? Said the crocodile in surprise. Of course, replied the partridge. You can try to eat him if you like, but you will tire yourself for nothing. Dear me, said the astonished crocodile. How very odd. And he was so surprised at what he had heard that he carried the jackal safely to the other bank. Now, dear students, crocodile becomes surprised and he didn't eat jackal and as well as partridge. So they just reached at the bank. Well, are you satisfied? Last asked the partridge. Dear lady, replied the jackal, you have made me laugh. You have made me cry. You got a good dinner for me, and now you have saved my life. You are indeed clever, but you are really too cunning to make a good friend. Goodbye. And the jackal turned and left the partridge and never went near her again. Now, what happened, dear students, that the jackal said that you made me laugh to the partridge, you made me cry, you got a good dinner for me, and now you have saved my life. You are indeed clever, but you are really too cunning to make a good friend. Good boy. So means you are very intelligent, you are very sharp minded, And the jackal turned and left the partridge and never went near her again. So, dear students, this was the story about the jackal and the partridge, that how they had a duty, friendship, and how they saved the partridge saved the life of both. So, this is the page number 105. And so this was the all about the lesson. Let's start the comprehension and vocabulary on page number 105. Yes, dear students, we have a comprehension and vocabulary over here. Here is a list of the most important things that happened in the story. They are in the wrong order. Put them in the right order by writing one by the first, two by the second, and so on. So now, dear students, I wanted to tell you about this exercise, that the here few sentences are given, and it is asked that when they happen, means in starting like one, after one what happened, we will just put two, and when it happened we will write three. So we have total sentences 10 on page number 105 and on 106 as well. One is done for us as well on page number 106. So let's start. First sentence: the crocodile agreed to carry the jackal and the partridge across the river. Though which number it has? So definitely it happened in the middle or in the near about the last. So we will say this is number 8. Number 2 is the noses of the two men were bleeding. So it happened in the last, dear students, when they fight. So this is sentence number 10. And the partridge saw two travelers walking along. It is number 3. Now, dear students, we have number 4. The jackal never went near the partridge again. This is the sentence number 4. The jackal was a very jealous creature. This is sentence number 1. And the dogs smelled the jackal. It's a number 6. Number 7, the jackal said the partridge leaves his life at home. This is number 2. The second man threw his shoes at the partridge. This is number 5. The jackal saw the partridge sitting on a branch above him. This is number 7. And the partridge played 1,000 tricks on the woman. It is number 9. So, dear students, these are the numbers which are given. And then we have exercise B. Here is a list of words and phrases taken from the passage. The meanings are given below, but in the wrong order. Write the meanings by the each word in a correct order, dear students. Now, here is the meaning: intense, like clever, add deceiving, empty space, lose color in one's cheeks, want something of someone else, how to behave with others. It is the meaning. Dear students, these phrases are the meaning of these words. Okay? So it is in not in a correct order, it is in wrong order. So we have to choose from here and put over here before the word. Example, number 1 is jealous. So what is the meaning of jealous? Like, meaning of the jealous is want something of someone else. So here it is want something of someone else. Means a person who's a jealous, he doesn't want to that it has a good thing, it should be with me. So this is the meaning of jealous. Number 1, impossible. Means something that cannot happen. Something that cannot happen. It is something that cannot happen. It is the meaning of impossible. Number 3, turn pale. Means lose color in one's cheeks. Yeah, or you can say some becomes nervous. So here it is given a hair. Dear students, lose color in one's cheeks, hair. Number 4, pretending. Pretending means acting like. Actually, he is not in this case, but he is acting. It means he's pretending. Then number 5, astonished means greatly surprised. Someone becomes very much surprised. It is astonished. Number 6, Cunning means clever at deceiving. Clever at deceiving. Number 7, means to means intends to. So dear students, now total we have 14 given. We 7 are done by me and 7 is your homework, dear students. Now, what is the meaning? Soar, you have to find out the phrase from these. What will be the soar? Are teach manners, hollow, reached, at last, satisfied, seized his opportunity. So these are, dear students, given over here. You have to take from here same as I have taken from here and write here, like jealous meaning, impossible, a turn pale. So you have to soar. What is the meaning of soar? So you have to write here and you have to find our soar. Where is soar? You can find over here the where is the meaning of sore. So sore meaning is painful when touched. You can write over here. This is your homework, dear students. Dear students, this is your homework. As I told you that you have a homework, and homework is comprehension and vocabulary. Comprehension and vocabulary is on page number 106, 106. What you have to exercise B, write the meaning of the each word from given phrases. So phrases are given, as I told you, it is on page number 106. 7 are done by me and 7 is left for you. So I'm going to write over here from sentence number 8 to 14. So this is your homework, dear students. Just complete it and send it to me. Okay, this is your homework and send it to me after the completing of this. Here we have a next lecture, dear students. What will be the next lecture? Same lecture will be continue, same lesson will be continue, and the next lesson 20 will be continue. And lesson number 20 is same about the jackal and the partridge, and we will start from page number 106, oral exercises, written exercises, and useful words and phrases. They are on page number 106, 107, and 108 and 109. So this lesson will continue with next lecture as well. This is all about today's lecture, dear students. Hope so you have understood the things. If even you have any confusion regarding the lectures, regarding this lecture, any confusion, you can ask me on the Zoom meeting. Thank you and goodbye.